Hey guys, it's me, Ninjago, and welcome back to another video. We have the Ninjago Legacy Old Town set. This thing is so huge, and there's so much on here. It's such a cool looking set, and I can't wait to build it, but just look at all of this. We get some figures that we've never gotten before, like Young Crux and Acronix, Dr. Julian, this agent from the newer seasons. We get some cool things here, and I'm excited to build them. I think we've also never gotten an actual, like, Dr. Saunders before. But yeah, I'm excited to build this. Whoa, look at the shine on that gold sword. But yeah, this is, like, the back of the box that shows, like, all the cool different areas and stuff. You even get, like, a little Garmadon. I forgot we got a little Garmadon. And then you get these three figures right here. You get Young Woo, Young Garmadon, and the first Spinjitzu Master. They're part of the collectible minifigures. And then, of course, this is what it looks like all stretched out, which we're probably just going to have it balled up, because I think it can stretch out and ball up. This is pretty cool. I can't wait to get it built. So it's going to take me a while, because it's like almost 5,000 pieces, so I'll definitely be there to show it off when it's done. So we're going to be doing this video a little bit different, because there's 4 different sections in the booklets. We're going to separate this like that. We're just going to show off each section after they're built and stuff. So this is the first section. You get 7 minifigures in the first booklet. You get Mr. Wu here and Mistake. I think this is like the first time we ever got a Mistake figure, so that's cool. She's dead, by the way, just in case you wondered. You get Kai in his ZX outfit with the freaking, whatchamacallit, the headband that they never get rid of. You got Garmadon, Evil Garmadon here, and that's cool. Get a new, like, face of Evil Garmadon. Turn this around, we get a blacksmith over here. Don't know what his name is. I think it's like Clay or something. We get ZXJ with the cool new look for the nunchucks. They have like the little things on the Lucky Knots set, which is cool. So you get those. And then we get Nia in her old hairdo. And those are the first 7 minifigures that we get. So we also get a little tea cart for Mistake, which is really, really cute. It's got like a little teacup and like 2 little cups in the teapot. We got over here, we got like a little blacksmith area that Clay can work at. You can take off this roof pretty easy. It's really easy. And in here we have a little rickshaw, which is a reference to one of the first episodes of the show. I think it's maybe episode 2. It's the one where they're pulling Sensei Wu in the rickshaw, because in the booklet it shows what these stickers are like references to, and that's what that is a reference to. So we can move this aside. Next up, we get this cool little statue with a figure on it. A little like Sensei Wu-esque figure. And then on the sides of this, we've got like the Scythe of Quakes, the Nunchucks of Lightning, the Shurikens of Ice, and the Sword of Fire. And that's really cool. They got like this little stand here that can sit in like the middle. We get this cool little thing that we see Jay in one of his first appearances, this cool little wingsuit where he can fly. You build this whenever you build Jay, so that's pretty cool. Nice little outfit for Jay to be able to fly. And then we have the main show of the hour, the first big building. We got the first big building here, and I'll show you a bunch of the references here. One of my favorite references is the reference to season 4 with the Missing Zane poster. Or not the Missing Zane poster, it's the one that Chen sends the group to lure them to the island. That's pretty cool. We got, I think in here, there's other things. There's, if I can grab this real quickly. There's this Prime Empire thing. It might be like the hard drive, I don't know. And then we have this thing right here. Where'd it go? A poster showing the legend of the Green Ninja from like literally the first episode of the main series, not the pilot episodes. The first episode of Rise of the Snakes, which is really neat. It's a nice thing to get a reference for, especially because this is all like 15 years of Ninjago, so we're getting like references from everything. So that's what it looks like on the back, and then you can flip it around, and that's what it looks like on the front. And it's got like these little side connections, if I can show it here. Like right here, where eventually it's gonna connect to the rest of the building, but that is the first part of the set. And so I'm gonna build the second part, and I'll show it to you very soon. Okay, so in the next set, the next part of this set, we got 4 more characters here. We've got the Postman, who showed up a lot in the original series. I don't think he's shown up in a while, but he showed up a lot in the original series. I think this one is a Chronix. I'm not for certain. Hold on. Yes, this one is a Chronix, as he shows up in the show in season 7. And unfortunately, I don't think the molds for the Hands of Time are still around. So unfortunately, they just have these little studs as like their time travel powers, which kind of sucks, but I understand why. We then have an administration agent from the newer seasons of the show, and Faith, the character that we meet in season 9, one of my favorite seasons of the original series. It's a good season. And yeah, these are the 4 that we get in this part. To which then we move on to the actual building itself. And I think I like this one the most. You can open this, and there's like a little workshop in here. It's got a couple bits of mail. There's some Prime Empire stuff. There's a little trading card there, which was from one of the first ever Ninjago sets. They had like trading cards in the spinners, which was cool. Yeah, you can open that, close it, beautiful. We got a poster down here, which is another reference to Dragon's Rising. It's reference to, I think, season 3. In like one of the first episodes, Kai, Nia, and Wildfire get captured by these electric creatures, and they get basically arrested, and then they break free, and then they're wanted. So yeah, that's from that. We got back here a whole bunch of other things. We got the Sons of Garmadon, the Wu Crew, Skull and Crossbones, and then these 2 posters, which I don't really know what they're for, but I will tell you, this one right here, this middle one, that is a reference to season 10. At the end of the season, when the ninja all put their hands on the wall and form that little pattern, which is cool. And there's like some weird wizard poster back here that I have no clue. But yeah, then up here, got like a little crane, which actually works, which is cool. And this seems to be like Faith's shop, but yeah. This is a cool set so far. We still have 2 more booklets, so let's get into those. So the next part is done, so let's show off the figures. We have Lloyd in his new ZX suit, the Legacy ZX suits, which I'll say I do like these suits. I will say the little head part here, like on the hat, like the weird gold pattern, kind of feels a little bit iffy, in my opinion, but I do like these suits. Especially because there's a whole set that's still coming that has like all the Ninja and their ZX suits, which is exciting. So I can't wait to see that. We have Young Crux, who is Dr. Saunders, if you don't know, which is in the last bag of this, but look at that. We got Dr. Saunders / Young Crux, and he's got the other 2 Hands of Time, and Kabuki Mask, otherwise known as Harumi, from the last season of the original of the sequel series. See, we got Harumi's little face mask in the pack. And those are the 3 figures that we get in this little section, because this one was like a really short one. So the building is a little short as well. And here's the building, to just show it off real quickly. It's got like this little ladder that you can climb up to get up here. It's got this little ladder that you can use to cross here, these little stepping stones. It's got this little, what would you call it? Like a cross, like a sign that like shows where's what. Like you got to the left, you got, oh, the mailman's house and something else, and then to the right you got this thing here. But yeah, flip it around, you can see this building is like hanging off the side, which is a really cool design. It's got like a little telescope in there. It's got something else in there, which I'm gonna have to take off the roof to see. But it's got a little picture of Dramonikai Village in the blacksmith shop, which is the first place we ever see in the series, which is cool. And yeah, I also forgot to mention this in the first part, but like these roofs have these little frog pieces, and I think that's cute. So that's cool. And yeah, that's this part. There's one more left, and it's gonna be pretty big. So I'll see you then. So we have the final set of minifigures for this set. There's like 23, I think, or something like that. 21 or 23, I can't remember. But here we have the next set, the final set. We have Dr. Saunders in his old outfit. So we got an older Dr. Saunders and a young Dr. Saunders. We have a Loyalist here, which shows up in the newest season, I'm assuming. Given that they show up in some of the sets in the newest season, I assume so. And then we have Then we have a Loyalist, which, if you didn't just hear me stumble through that, yep, the Loyalist leader is Dr. LaRoe. I'm intrigued to see how she's going to play into this season. When it says Loyalist, I'm assuming it's the Beatrix Loyalists is what's gonna be like some of the villains of the season, but it's pretty intriguing to have her back. So I can't wait to see that. Then on the flip side, we have Zane's ZX outfit, which has his new look in the yellow figure form, which is great. Something we haven't got in a while. And it's also got this alternate robotic face on the other side. Then we got Cole here, best character in Ninjago. Beautiful. And our first figure of Dr. Julian, Zane's father. This set is amazing. We get so many cool figures. And I'm excited to like display this thing because it's done now as of filming this part, so I can't wait to show it off. And of course, the set is not complete without the anniversary stand and the 3 anniversary figures that we get in this set. So we get, to the left, young Master Wu, the master of something. Energy? Not energy. I don't know what he's the master of. Maybe dragon is a power. He would be the master of dragon. And we got Garmadon, the master, I guess, of Oni. Young Garmadon. And we get, for the first time ever, the 1000th Ninjago minifigure of all time. The ultimate Spinjitzu, the first Spinjitzu master, not the ultimate Spinjitzu master. That's Lloyd. This is cool that we get these old figures. Like, we get these old characters showing up as figures. And it's really cool. I can't wait to get all of them. I know the current sets that are out, which they're finally actually showing up now. The current sets that are out, I think, have Jay's mom, birth mom, and Cole's great-grandfather, the Master of Earth, the original Master of Earth and original Master of Lightning. So I can't wait to see that. So we'll definitely show that off whenever we do those sets. But that's the last of the figures of this set. So let's get to the final build. So here's the final part of the set. It's the biggest part of the building. And it is insane. So we're going to go over it a little bit. Right here, as you can see right here, we have this little cave here. And if you open it up, it's a little loyalist pit. And it's got like their marking and then a picture of Queen Beatrix or Empress Beatrix. So the loyalists obviously are for her, which I saw someone mention that the other loyalists maybe could be Sora's parents. So that would be cool, but I don't think they are, but who knows. It'd be cool to actually get them in minifigure form, the worst characters of the show, because they suck. They're terrible parents. But yeah, we got that. Over here, we get the City of Shintaro, a poster of that. And then on this poster, we've got the City of Styx, I'm pretty sure, from the Ghost season. One of the seasons with the best intro. We turn this around and we get even more sights. We get this cool look at this building. It's really tall. It's like 13 inches tall, I think it said on the box. We get this nice little tree. I hate building trees. They suck. I'm never gonna like it. I get this little zip line, which whenever I combine this at the end, I'll show you where it combines to. But yes, then we've got the different buildings. So in here, you can take off the roof. And in here, we got some stuff. We got a poster or a newspaper of Cyrus Borg and a poster of Niad facing off against Wojira from one of the best Wild Brain seasons of the show. The 11-minute era seasons. And then you can take off this little roof and we get another building. In here, we get some stuff. We get Garmadon, which according to the booklet is supposed to be a reference to something. I need to find the booklet. Hold on. Yeah, apparently, according to the booklet, the Garmadon here is a reference to this scene from, I think, season 10 or the 4-part special March of the Oni. Yeah, we'll show this off in just a second, all these other things, but yeah, we'll show this off in a minute, but that's just apparently what that set is a reference to. So, of course, inside here we have more references. I gotta turn this around. We get a reference to the Forbidden Spinjitzu scroll. We get one of my favorite references, the dragon form reference, the jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin that they had to do to unlock their dragon forms. I don't know what this is a reference to. According to the map, according to the booklet, I have no clue. So that's cool. Flip this around, you get this image, which is a reference to the Temple of Light from all the way back in Season 2, which is insane. There's more stuff, if you can see, kind of back here. You get a reference to... I'd like to take this part off, but it's not really easy. So I'll try to take... Oh, I can just turn it around. That works. So inside here, we got more references. We got a newspaper with Twitchy Tim, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be. And then we got 2 Lego sets. We got the original Destiny's Bounty Lego set, and then the Destiny's Bounty from the movie Lego set, which is really cool. And then apparently here, there's a kite in this tree, which is a reference to Moro's kite, I think. That's what the booklet says. Hold on. So yeah, in here we have a whole bunch of different references that are on stickers. We have a whole bunch of stuff here. The Sons of Garmadon. That thing. Soto's ship. And then, of course, the handprints from Season 10. Obviously, like I said, that's the Destiny's Bounty. That's the movie Bounty. Niad versus Wojira, the Onion Dragon. Moro's Kite, Temple of Light. Prime Empire. 2 trading cards. Garmadon and Lloyd from, I'm guessing, Season 10. I think this is from Hunted. Just because dragons. This is a reference to the book. Which, somewhere in that set, there's the book. That is the Never Trust a Snake or whatever. Got the got the wanted poster. You got literally my favorite reference in the set. The dragon form. You get newspapers. That thing. The Zane poster is also one of my favorite references. Prime Empire. City of Styx. The Rickshaw. The Forbidden Spinjitzu Scroll. City of Shintaro. The scroll that revealed the legend of the Green Ninja. Beatrix. Germanikai Village, and the 4 golden weapons. And that's really all of the different sections of this set, which is really cool. So I'm going to show it to you all built together, all put together, and I'll show it to you in just a second. So yeah, here's the entire city built up. And I'll show you real quickly. This little zip line connects over to this little stud here. If I can get it on there with one hand, boom. And that's like a little zip line. There's like right here, I never showed on the building, there's the little zip line, so you can use that to get across. But this is the whole set put together in the circle form. There is the long form, but I literally have no space on any of my shelves to construct it that way. So this is how it's constructed. And there's all the figures in the middle minus those 3. But this set's really cool. Probably my new favorite Ninjago set. I love these giant like city builds, and this one is probably the best that they've had so far. So yeah, as the first video of the anniversary sets, this is pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time with a new Ninjago set.